3% cashback credit card on everything in Canada is unheard of. The best credit cards in Canada offer like 2%, and even that is uncommon. You have the Amex Simply Cash Preferred and the Brim World Elite, both offering 2%. In fact, 3% is so rare that there's no such thing. Which is why when Rogers buffed their rewards program for the Rogers Mastercard a few months ago, it was a big deal. See, if you own a Rogers, Shaw, or Fido service, you get 2% cashback for general purchases with the Rogers Mastercard, which is already amazing, technically being a free credit card. In addition, you get 50% more cashback if you pay for Rogers services like internet or phone bills. So you really get like a 3% cashback, though it's technically not a direct 3% cashback for everything, but it's close enough. And it's not an Amex or Visa, it's a MasterCard. I mean, no hate to Amex, but a lot of places don't take Amex. And no hate to Visa, but Costco doesn't take Visa in Canada, which is why the Rogers Mastercard quickly became the best Costco credit card in Canada, and it wasn't even close. But see, there's a problem. The Rogers Mastercard didn't offer any insurance. So if you're going to buy plane tickets or rent a car, you probably don't want to use the Rogers Mastercard to pay. Well, cause if something happened to you during your travels, the Rogers Mastercard ain't going to help you. And what's weird was that Rogers actually had a premium tier credit card, which was also free, but only offered 1.5% cashback instead of up to 3% cashback. Of course, we're talking about the Rogers World Elite Mastercard, though it did offer some premium insurance packages. And it's not like you can have both the regular Rogers Mastercard and the World Elite version. They only allowed you to choose one or the other. Well, the good news is, starting April 9th, Rogers Bank has rebranded and updated the Rogers World Elite Mastercard. Renamed Rogers Red World Elite Mastercard, it keeps all of its insurances from the Rogers World Elite Mastercard, but grants up to 3% cashback if you use Rogers Shaw or Fido services. It's like the Rogers Mastercard on steroids, cause it's basically Rogers Mastercard plus the insurance packages. And wow, does this change the entire landscape of Canadian credit cards. The concern of Rogers Mastercard offering no insurance? Gone. If you can qualify for this card, which by the way requires minimum income of $80,000 or a household income of $150,000. So unfortunately, it's not a credit card for those that just started working. But if you can qualify for this card, this is by far the best general purchase card in Canada without a doubt. Not only does the new updated credit card give you travel and car rental insurance, you get extended warranty and purchase protection. Now for the current Rogers World Elite Mastercard, you also get travel benefits, which I'm not sure if it's going to be transferred over to the new Rogers Red World Elite Mastercard. I'm assuming it will, but we'll have to see. I've used other Mastercard before that actually offered this. The Mastercard Travel Pass, which essentially gives you discounts at Dragon Pass partnered lounges at airports. But I mean, you still gotta pay to enter, even though there's a discount. 32 USD to enter a lounge? Even with the discount? Yeah, you know what? No for me, thanks. Okay, here's one problem with the Rogers Red World Elite Mastercard though. I mean, it's a problem that happened in the past with the Rogers World Elite Mastercard. Until very recently, Rogers World Elite Mastercard has an annual minimum spending of at least $15,000 to keep the card, which comes out to $12.50 a month. I guess they removed it recently because they were losing business and people were canceling their credit cards with Rogers Bank. What might happen is that as a caveat to owning the Rogers Red World Elite Mastercard, you might have to spend at least $15,000 a year on this card to keep this card, which sounds a lot, but it really isn't. If you're using the new updated Rogers Red World Elite Mastercard, you're using this as your main general purchase credit card. I mean, it's a 3% cashback. It wouldn't be smart not to use this as your main general purchase credit card, especially with the insurance packages and the purchase protection that this card offers. And plus, you can use this card at Costco. Spending $12.50 a month on this card is not that difficult. If you can qualify for this card, you're making at least $80,000 or have a household income of at least $150,000. You're more than likely going to be spending more than $12.50 a month on this card. However, Rogers Bank still might roll out the $15,000 minimum requirement to keep this card, cause they've done so in the past. So that's a small downside, but it's not a big downside. I think a bigger downside is that the Rogers Bank has a history of nerfing their rewards. To be fair, they have a history of upgrading their rewards as well. But a couple years ago, ago, the Rogers World Elite Mastercard had a cashback of 1.75%, and then they nerfed it to 1.5%. Look, I don't see them nerfing this new card anytime soon, but they do have a history of potentially suckering you in and then nerfing the rewards once they accumulated enough users. So yeah, even with all those disadvantages, which isn't a lot, and it's all circumstantial, we have a new king of the best credit card in Canada come April. No longer is the American Express Cobalt Card going to be the best credit card in Canada. I can confidently say that with this new move by Rogers Bank, Rogers Mastercard and the World Elite version will dominate the credit card market in Canada. You'll see a lot more people in Canada carrying these bad boys around at checkout counters. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you're on the fence to see if you should switch to a Rogers provider to get the maximum benefits for their credit card, here's some simple math for you. If switching to Rogers costs less than $19 increase to your monthly bill, then yeah, you should consider switching. So for example, if the old phone plan is $40 a month and the Rogers new phone plan is $55 a month, that's a $15 increase per month, which is still less than $19 a month. So math says you should switch. This is based on the average Canadian spendings. Also, a couple weeks ago, I made a video on the regular Rogers MasterCard, so check it out. Anyways, that's it for today. If you find this video helpful, please consider a like and subscribe. I mean, we're almost at 10,000 subscribers. I can't believe it. So if you've been through this journey with me, watching my long form and short form videos, I thank you so much. Just last month, we were only at like 1,500 subscribers. We've grown exponentially. It's all because of you, my viewers. Anyways, I make financial tips for Canadians in my long form content and financial comedy in my shorts. Thank you all, and I'll see you next time.